You are listening to GuideWAH.com podcast. Stay tuned. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Guide to Working at Home podcast. I am Rita, your host. We are super excited about this podcast and this particular episode because it is the first one of the new year. So happy new year to everyone. And we are going to be talking about creating SMART goals for your home-based business, which is a little bit different than our podcast episodes in 2017, which a lot of them were focused on becoming some type of employee or finding a job that is remotely or work from home, flexible, things of that nature. We are going to do a different spin. And I also wanted to let you know that this year our theme is elevating together. And we're so excited about that. So it's all about finding ways to help each other to just increase whatever we're doing or whatever we're trying to do. So when you visit our website, you'll see that theme and you'll see posts that are connected to elevating all of us together and the podcast too for the rest of the year. So I hope you're excited about that. I hope you find value in that and let us know what you think. So let's go ahead and get started. So as a business owner, freelancer, or even a blogger, it's so vital for you to conduct a reset at some point in the year to evaluate how your business is performing. This step is imperative to your future success and will keep you accountable. So I know that, we're going into the last week of January, and some of you have probably already created your goals for this year. However, I want you to review them and make sure that they're SMART goals, that they're detailed, they're measurable, they're attainable, they're realistic, and time-based. For your businesses, as business owners, we have to set goals that are SMART instead of a list of wants and wishes. We need to create goals that will put in time and effort to achieve that are measurable. To be clear, I'm not saying that we can't dream big. In fact, we should, right? However, we need to create SMART goals that we can map out the pathway to achieve. So here's my take on what to consider when creating your SMART goals for your business. First, we need to look at what happened last year. It's such a good time to get really honest with ourselves about our business performances. It is a common business practice to evaluate past accomplishments and disappointments, come out with predictions for the future. The reason why it's vital that businesses do this is because we can determine what worked and what did not work. We can create plans and toss out things that aren't going right, expand on what's going good, and develop solutions for last year's problems. In other words, we should look at the wins and losses for the year. For our wins, it's imperative to note what went well for the business. Can we repeat the success? Again, sometimes we get lucky. I know I have, right? But if I can't repeat that success, then it's a disappointment. So we want to make sure that we're creating a system for us to repeat things that went well and even do it at a higher level. That's the goal, is to improve, right? So if we want to improve on things that went well for our business last year, we need to create SMART goals that will help us get to the next level in the business. For our losses, it's very important to look at ways that we can improve. And doing this, you'll see what things you need to keep, what you need to clear, and maybe even possibly outsource to virtual assistants. Let's face it, we may be great at a lot of things, but there are some things that other people do better than us. And it's important that we realize this before it starts costing us too much time and too much money. You may also determine that certain things may not fit your business anymore and you need to do away with them. Next, we need to look at, what do we want to happen next year? And then this is the step that so many businesses start dreaming away, and dreaming is okay. However, when it comes to creating sustainable business operations, you need smart goals. Ask yourself, what are your short-term goals, long-term goals? And this is going to help you put everything into perspective. So here are some things to think about. First, money and expenses. Many of us want to make millions out the gate, but if we're trying to create small, or we're trying to create smart goals, we have to be honest and realistic. Going from making hundreds a month to a millionaire typically doesn't happen overnight. For most business owners, it takes consistency, professional development, and time to increase income. I encourage you to create smart goals for your earnings each year. For your business, it is wise to go line by line and look at your costs. Ask yourself, is it assisting you with getting to the next level in your business? If not, then it may be time to consider other options. Time and money. So track all the hours and time you're putting into your business. And then this is a very important part. Track precisely what you're achieving in the process. The number of hours and times you put into your business where you're achieving different things will often tell you about your success and your disappointments. Determine if you are giving your business quality hours. You may need to outsource tasks so you can focus on the money-making responsibilities that need your attention. You also want to include personal goals. The reason why we want a flexible home business or remote business, or we can travel and work at the same time and earn an income, is for personal reasons. It might be because for health or family related, or you want to travel the world, or you want to be more involved in a community, or you have a certain hobby you want to commit more time to. Including your personal goals will keep you grounded and realistic. And this way you'll be happier and more fulfilled in your journey. Next, you want to make sure that you document and create plans to help you get to the next level. So this is a point where you're creating an action plan. I love action plans because if they're done correctly, they can serve as a guide to help you reach those SMART goals. So go ahead and outline the steps that you need to take to achieve your SMART goals. Now, it's common that you'll run into roadblocks, but it's nothing that we can't overcome. So let's go ahead and talk about a few of the common ones. Time. Do you have it? If not, you have to look at what you can remove from your plate to increase the time that you do have. For me, it was bringing on virtual assistants to help me with social media, research, shopping, emails, and other small tasks for my business. You also want to evaluate money. Being in business does cost money, especially in the beginning. So, do you have the means to help you achieve your goals? If not, how can you minimize your costs or gain capital for your business? So there's only two ways to improve a money situation. It's either you minimize costs or you get more money. So you have to figure out what you can do in order to have the money that you need to either get into business or even reach the next level in your business. Training. Do you have the skills to do what you need to do to meet your goals? If not, how can you obtain training? Always look for a free way to learn what you need to know. For example, when starting this podcast, I had no idea where to start. I spent a lot of time researching and Googling. And yes, oftentimes if you're looking for free resources, it takes time to find them. And I was Googling. I used a lot of resources on YouTube. But my point here is, if you're trying to minimize your costs, then it's important that you look for free resources out there before you go ahead and cough up money to take a course online or hire somebody to train you or whatever their case may be. I encourage you to use the free resources first in order to keep your costs down. Following these steps will assist you in creating SMART goals for your home-based business or remote-based business this year. So I'm wondering if you learned anything new. Do you have anything to add to this list? As I said, the theme this year is elevating together. So share your goals and let us know what you're thinking. And thank you for tuning in to Guide to Working at Home podcast. And we hope to see you in the next episode.